Alright, so this is going to be a slightly different kind of video. I was going to talk about Scooby-Doo. So I've always been a really big fan of Scooby-Doo, and I remembered taking the Scooby-Doo trivia quiz somewhere, and I couldn't remember what it was. I thought it was on the Harlem Globetrotters DVD. Apparently I was wrong, and thanks to AB on DVD, who uploaded it to YouTube from the Scooby-Doo Original Mysteries DVD, which I don't have, because a few years ago I started just collecting entire series on DVD, so I have all of Where Are You on DVD, seasons 1, 2, and 3, and I didn't have Scooby-Doo Original Mysteries anymore because it was 4 episodes that were from, I think, the first season. That's why it was called Original Mysteries. It could be wrong. Maybe they're from, like, the second season, too. But I just realized, so the trivia quiz is called Take the Scooby-Doo Challenge, and it's actually on the season 1 and 2 DVD right here. And I'm like, I realized, like, they reuse special features a lot with Scooby-Doo. I have, like, they had, like, 2 music videos that they made in, like, the 2000s, and they just kept putting them on every single Scooby-Doo DVD. Like, even on, like, the live-action movies. They were just like, yeah, let's just slap these on here so we have more special features. But anyway, in that quiz, there was a question that was, which technique does Shaggy use often to foil evil villains? And one of the options is disguises, and it says he's a master, and I was like, yeah, like, that's what he does. Like, they're, like, he and Scooby are, like, running away, and then he finds something, like, some costume to switch into, and, like, fools the monster into thinking he's somebody else.
Room service.
Breakfast is served.
At 11 o'clock at night?
Sure. And that way you don't have to get up in the morning to eat it. And the only way to lose them is to fool them. First, a paper pirate hat. And next, my super shaggy imitation of Redbeard.
They went that away!
Like, that makes sense. It's wrong. That was the wrong answer. The correct answer was he uses ventriloquism to put words into Scooby's mouth. Which I don't remember him ever doing. Unless he was always doing it. Which changes the entire series. So, like, I remember, like, as a kid being like, wait a minute, are you telling me that Scooby-Doo can't actually talk? That it's been Shaggy this whole time? And that, like, that's crazy. That would, like, keep me up at night. Like, can Scooby-Doo even talk? Hey, Jerry, do you think Scooby-Doo can actually talk? That's fair. So I finally sat down and I decided to watch the entire first season. It turns out I only had to get a couple episodes in. Really, I think it was, if you're watching it on HBO Max, the second and third episode are swapped. But compared to what it is on the DVD. A Clue for Scooby-Doo is the third episode on HBO Max, which is where I was rewatching it, not on my DVDs. And then I went back once I was like, okay, this episode, like, confirms that Scooby-Doo can talk. basically I was just looking for moments where Scooby would say something that Shaggy couldn't know, or even if Shaggy wasn't even around when Scooby-Doo was talking. So, very first episode is where Shaggy actually says that he's been practicing ventriloquism, and he like shows off some of his ventriloquism.
Maybe my ventriloquism bit can get us out of this jam. If I can throw my voice to make it sound like it's coming from the room, he might leave. Help! Let me out of this pot!
But throughout the episode, there's really no instance where Shaggy and Scooby aren't around, and kind of Scooby says Scooby-Doo a lot when no one's around, but maybe that could just be like some weird way that he barks. It's some weird sound, and that's how he got his name. It's early in the series. There's no established Doo family line, you know. So, yeah. There's... Throughout the entire opening scene, Scooby's talking, but Shaggy's there.
And see Star, Dog Ranger of the North Woods, twice. It's coming from the bushes. Go see what it is, Scooby.
And they never talk over each other. They always talk at different times. Scooby speaks when he finds microscope glasses.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Come on, Scooby. We're leaving.
And Shaggy's not really there. He's not on screen. Could have been nearby. But, like, who really knows? Then we get the first time the whole gang splits up. And Scooby's left to guard the door to make sure no one shows up while the rest of them are investigating the museum. And Scooby gets scared and goes looking for Shaggy, and he doesn't talk until he finds Shaggy and Velma.
I think we're being followed.
Yeah, by Scooby.
Wow-wee.
All right, Scooby-Doo. You can come with us.
And then there's a part where Scooby finds dinosaur bones, and he talks to the Black Knight. But who knows? A clue for Scooby-Doo is where undeniably Scooby-Doo can actually talk. So getting to the most important part, yeah. There's a part where Scooby ends up getting separated from Shaggy, and he ends up in a room full of scuba tanks, and he literally says scuba tanks.
Uh-oh.
And then when he finds Shaggy, he says, "I found a clue."
Hey, Aggie! I found a clue.
You found a clue?
And, like, yeah, not only... Shaggy wasn't there when he found the scuba tanks, and also, when he finds Shaggy, Shaggy would have no idea what Scooby saw to be able to say, "I found a clue." So, yeah, honestly, I don't know what's the deal with that quiz. I feel like I remember vaguely, like, one scene where Shaggy, like, used ventriloquism to, like, change Scooby's voice to scare a villain or something, but, like, most of the time he's doing disguises. Like, that's what he does. Like, even in the N64 video game, Classic Creep Capers, like, there's a big point of that game is in every single level you have to find a disguise to put on to escape from the monster at some point. Or I guess like really you need to find some items that can help you escape. I think at one point you just get skis and ski away. But in the first episode of the game, first level, they have you put on a disguise and hide from the monster. Yeah. I don't know, maybe in another video I'll talk about that game. Or I'll do a playthrough. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know what else to say. That quiz was weird. Made me question if Scooby-Doo could actually talk or not. Confirmed that he can. Because there's no other way any of that would work. Thanks for watching.